morning, friends. It is Saturday morning, day before Mother's Day. I'm in my balcony. My name's Amanda with Gardening Suburbia, and I am getting ready to get all of my plants packed up so that I can take them to my hometown to spread some plant love with my cousin and my uncle and my mom and a couple other people. I'm bringing some spares just in case someone else in the area is wanting some plants. Look at the garden from above. It looks pretty cool right now, especially with all the plant babies sitting right there. Today we're going to be celebrating Mother's Day. So me and my sister are going to be meeting up here in a couple hours here. And we're going to be heading up north. But tomorrow I'm getting a full day of playing in my garden, getting everything situated, and getting all of my stuff planted. My peppers, tomatoes, the rest of my flowers, some other little odds and ends. I'm gonna get this guy filled out and plant some seeds. So I went ahead and I actually planted some sunflowers and some zinnias in my tulip box right there. No longer has tulips. Well, you can see the greens in there, but the tulips have died back substantially. I just kind of left them to die to see what would happen. They haven't completely gone away yet, but I'm sure at some point they will, and then they'll fill in nicely with zinnias and some beautiful sunflowers. But I'm going to get down into my garden so I can start packing up my plants. I need to go ahead and put them into a different cup so that I can give them away, because right now they're in my bootstrap farmer cups and I'm not really wanting to give those away because those were quite expensive. But I'm going to put them in solo cups for transport and add little drainage holes at the bottom so that they'll survive if they need to in those cups for a little longer than just today. Yeah, I'm going to get my coffee first and then we'll head down there. I just wanted to give a quick shout out to Greenstalk for being my coffee shelf. I need to put more little tables. So my sister was going to toss these little blue tabletop ones just because they're rusty, they're falling apart, and I was like, I'll take them. So I have them in my garden now, but I either need to put them in different places, they're not right next to each other, but I need more spots for putting down my coffee cup, because right now my spots are limited. I can put them on the ground, but so my peppers are pretty much already labeled and put where I want them, at least for giving away, not for actual planting. When I went ahead and actually up-potted my pepper plants, I went and labeled them just because I knew I was going to be giving away a few to my cousin and my uncle. So I went ahead and labeled those. My cousin is going to be trying out my super spicy peppers, which may not be the spiciest, like they're not ghost peppers, but they're still spicy peppers. So I'm giving them one of the Detal and one of the Death Spiral, and then I'm going to be giving them the Fuego jalapeno, the Golden Cow Wonder, and then like the giant bell, green bell, and a pimento pepper. So I need to pot or repot one of my pimento peppers for them. So far, this is the tray of peppers that I'm giving away. So I'm going to grab my cups. So I just bought the cheapest solo cups that I could find. This is Kroger brand. Just because I wanted to give them something that I could, just give them away in. and I ran out of my little peat pot guys. And we were at the grocery store last night getting dinner, so I just grabbed some solo cups. So I'm gonna grab 2 of my pimento peppers to give away. I'm just gonna leave the one that I'm giving to my mom in the container just because we're gonna be planting everything out today for her. So I'll for sure be able to get this back right away. These plants look so good. Look at this. I mean, this one's a little wonky, but he's still really, it's a strong plant. This one's really a strong plant. All right, so I need to grab soil. I actually already had some cups in here. Some good roots on that. They're definitely ready to be planted though. All right, there's pimento peppers. A few days ago, I went ahead and took an inventory of all of my tomatoes, all of my pepper plants, because I wanted to know exactly how many plants I had and what varieties I had, because I knew I was going to be giving away quite a few. So in my notes section, I literally just made a grid, 2-part grid, one side with the variety and the second side with how many I had of each. And then I was able to go through and determine which ones I was able to give more away of. Like my Uruguay, I don't know how to pronounce that one. It's the dwarf tomato variety. See if I can find it. There he is. I have 10 of these guys. So these guys are looking pretty good. I mean, this guy is a lot shorter. Well, 2 of them are a lot shorter than those front middle guys, but it's perfectly fine. I'm giving away a ton of these. My mom's going to be getting one of those guys specifically because they're only 2 to 3 feet tall max. It's perfect for a small growing space, like a patio or a balcony. I'm gonna be planting them. I have one that I'm wanting to put on my balcony up there. And then I am wanting to put quite a few in that Greenstalk back there. All right, so I think I've got everything packed up. I went ahead and went through my list again just to make sure I had everything, just because I am going about an hour and a half north and it would really suck to have forgotten something. Even after filling a box of plants for friends and family, I still feel like I have so many plants left over. I do have a few more tomato plants that are going to be finding homes somewhere else here in the next few days. But there's still so many. I think actually I'm gonna grab one of these guys to give off to my mom. Hopefully. Oh gosh, they're so tangled. Well, for broken leaves, but I am going to be giving my stepmom a ton of these guys. She loves tropical looking plants, and these guys fit the bill with their bright, vibrant colors. Pop that guy in there. So I've got some chamomile. These are my Johnny Jump Ups. I've got strawflower, some calendula, and then on this side I've got a couple kind of sad looking basils. I've got a cinnamon basil and a sweet basil, and then 2 varieties of marigolds. I've got my Kilimanjaro, and then I think the other one's a mix. I can't remember what the mix is. There's a few of those guys in there. And then I have some thyme, a whole bunch of tomatoes, and a whole bunch of peppers. So I'm gonna be sharing quite a few, but there's still so many tomato plants. But I am filling up that entire Greenstalk full of tomato plants. And then I've got this bed that's gonna be filled with tomatoes, as well as this one, which I have some volunteer beans that are just going crazy. I'm pretty sure these are my black beans. I haven't decided whether or not I'm gonna let those just do their thing or what. I may just let them be. But another tomato bed. I'm gonna have that vertical trellis here, and then down there is gonna be the pepper plants. And then obviously I've got tons of empty pots, so all of these empty pots will get all of the extra plants that have no space. And then I'll add some fillers, like the nasturtiums, my citronella plant, which looks like it's about to flower. It's just gonna be super pretty. Got some echinaceas, sage, and then all of my medicinal herbs, which will go in, not that Greenstalk. I have another one that's hiding in my garage waiting to be filled. I'm gonna go ahead and get this stuff packed into my car. I've got to get this little flat of plants put in there. I've got to grab a planter. I already grabbed my mom's rose that I got from David Austin. I ordered 3 roses. I ordered one for my sister, one for my mom, and I ordered one for myself. The one for my mom didn't come because it wasn't quite up to their standard. So they're gonna be sending it next season with a freebie one. So I'm gonna give her the one that I bought for myself. It's super pretty, super excited. It's a smaller variety that you can actually plant in a planter because she lives in an apartment building. She's got a balcony, so space is limited. So I bought a potted rose. I bought a potted rose for myself here at the current location just because a lot of the plants that are perennials I'm trying to put in pots or put in, I don't know. I want to take a lot of the plants with me to the next place. You can go ahead and like dig them up, but that was the intention. Buy something that could be potted so that I could therefore like bring it with me to the next place. But let's go ahead and get everything packed away because I got to meet my sister here very shortly. I literally got this brick removed because my dog accidentally knocked it off, and of course the snake is living right there. I'm pretty sure it's just a gardener snake, but still, oh my gosh. This is what it is to be an organic gardener. They live here, they eat things, but golly, they scared the crud out of me. Should I just put the brick back? Put the brick back. The snake's gonna be fine. The snake was there before the brick. Oh God. I gotta put my little light back too. Ah. That guy doesn't even want to. The snakes are everywhere, I swear. We are back in the garden. I didn't really take any footage of me and my sister putting up the patio garden for my mom. It was a little bit rainy and we kind of just wanted to enjoy the moment. So we put up like a little herb garden with some flowers. We got some snapdragons that Alicia grew, my sister, and then we did purchase some more viney stuff for her to kind of fill out that pot. And there was, I think we put calendula and some straw flower that I grew in that pot. And then we had our tomato pot. The tomato pot, we put some chamomile and some other, what are they, pansies, violas? Can't remember which. But put some of those in there. I kind of popped some little secret seeds in a few spots so my mom will get some surprises. And then finally we got a David Austin rose set up and planted in a big old planter for her. My mom is a lover of roses, and anytime she moves to a new place, I always buy a rose bush for her. This year I got to buy some David Austin roses, which I've never actually grown. I usually just go to a box store and get a rose bush for her. But this year I wanted it to be a little bit more special, and so I was able to go through the website and find some really beautiful varieties. So for Mother's Day, I bought my mom a rose, I bought my sister a rose, and I bought myself one, even though I'm not a mother. And unfortunately, the one that I had picked out for my mom was not up to standard for the company, and so they are going to be sending it next season with a free like a second rose bush. So I went ahead and I gave the rose bush I had picked out for myself to my mom, and so it's not quite the color that she was anticipating. She was looking for like a deep red or a purple color, but she's going to be getting, I think it's like a light pink. I'll find a picture of it and pop it up here. But it's going to be beautiful nonetheless, and next season I'll get some rose bushes to plant, which is no loss. It's okay. I got plenty of things in the garden. I went ahead and I also dropped off all of the plants to my uncle and my cousin Josh. They have this really long garden bed in their house. So my Uncle Alan's garden is probably the very first food garden that I had ever been introduced to. So thank you, Uncle Alan, for setting a little seed in my heart for the garden. And I was lucky enough to pick all the varieties for them and give them to them, as well as some pepper plants. And I told them next season I'd do the same thing all over again, or grow anything that they are looking to grow, because they went ahead and bought a Carolina Reaper, which is really spicy. I think the spiciest ones I have are the Datil and my Death Spiral? Yeah. But I told them I'd deliver plants to them again, and I'd be more than happy to do that. So they're gonna send me some pictures. I told them the only caveat is that they have to send me pictures. I want pictures. I want to see them growing all the beautiful varieties that they have. But I'm gonna go ahead and end the video there. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I hope everyone who is a mom out there is having or has a beautiful day. Thank you guys so much for joining me. If you want to go ahead and watch any of my other content, I'll pop a video up here for you. But until the next time, guys, thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one.